Good afternoon, Chris here from Chris Whelan Coaching and the Wellington Centre of Business Excellence. There's a sentence I hear from business owners all the time, and it's pretty much along these lines. I just need to keep an eye on it. Sometimes it's a proposal, sometimes it's a quote, sometimes it's payroll, excuse me, sometimes it's every little client email. Sometimes, of course, it's every decision in the business. The owner tells themselves that they're simply trying to maintain quality, being responsible, protecting the business. After all, they built it. If they don't keep an eye on things, who will? But here's my question to you and to them. How long have you been saying that? A year, 5 years, 10 years? Because if you've been saying it for years, it probably isn't a temporary measure anymore. It's become the way your business operates. And that's where the whole problem starts. Most owners believe that control is about staying involved. I don't. I think that's supervision. There's a huge difference. Imagine a school classroom. A teacher stands at the front, watching every student. The room behaves because the teacher is watching. The moment the teacher steps out, everything changes. Now, imagine something different. A business with clear expectations, documented processes, defined standards, capable leaders, regular operating rhythms, and people who know what good looks like. They know how decisions are made. They know where they have authority. They know the owner isn't watching every minute of the day. Yet, the business still performs. Now, that is control. One depends on the owner's presence, and the other one depends on the system. Too many businesses, I think, confuse the two. And, here's the paradox. The more control you try to keep, the less control you actually have. Because everything starts flowing through one person, and that's you. Every proposal waits. Every difficult conversation waits. Every customer waits. Every purchasing decision waits. Every approval waits. Every staff member learns something dangerous, and that is, don't decide, wait for the boss. Without realizing it, you've trained your team not to think. Not because they're incapable, because the safest option is just to ask you. Eventually, everything becomes, you become the bottleneck trying to prevent everything else. And as the bottleneck, you've been trying to prevent yourself. I've seen owners reviewing every quotation before it leaves the office. They genuinely believe that they're protecting quality. But something else happens. The team stop taking ownership. Why would they? Every proposal gets rewritten anyway. The owner gets busier. Turnaround times get longer and of course things get tighter. Customers wait. Opportunities disappear. Now, ironically, quality doesn't actually improve at all. Only dependence grows. This is why I say control isn't something you exercise, it's something you engineer. Let me repeat that. Control isn't something you exercise, it's something you engineer. If quality matters, don't inspect it, design it. Create a quoting standard, create a checklist, define what good looks like. Train people against that standard. Measure it, improve it, then step back. That's how control scales. The same applies to customer service, financial approvals, project management, sales, leadership, absolutely everywhere. Because every time the business relies on you personally, it becomes smaller than it could be. I often ask owners, one simple question. What are you personally checking today because you don't trust the outcome? Then I ask the second question. Have you ever actually defined what good looks like? And most haven't. They're relying on experience instead of engineering, on instinct instead of systems, on supervision instead of leadership. Now here's the truth. The goal was never to become unnecessary. The goal is to become necessary for the things that actually require an owner's engagement. So vision, strategy, leadership, relationships, innovation, culture building. That's where owners create extraordinary value. Not checking quotes, not approving stationery, not reviewing every invoice. The businesses that eventually become genuine assets all make that shift. The owner stops being the quality control department. The systems become the quality control department. That's when something actually quite remarkable happens. The owner finally has more control than they've ever had before because the business keeps performing, whether they're watching or not. Now, in this video, I've challenged the way you think about control. Good, no apologies. Because next week, we're going to tackle something just as important. Why accountability often keeps coming back to the owner. And why the owner should really never have to be the enforcer. Until then, ask yourself one question. Where in your business are you supervising instead of engineering? Because that's probably where your next breakthrough is waiting. Have a fantastic week. All the best. Cheers.